Hello and welcome back to my platform, Ripples by Gia. And on this platform, we talk all about the highest consciousness and how to land it in your vessel, your portal, your magical body. Now, if you're wondering, what am I doing so layered up, wearing like a hoodie that's pretty much a turtleneck and like a scarf on top? It is because in Canada, it is October, weather in August. And I am not kidding you. The weather has just dropped out of nowhere, and I am freezing and craving apple cider. It is so, so cold here. But anyhow, I hope anyone that has sunshine out there and is still enjoying the summer weather, I'm so jealous of you, but you are so blessed. Please soak it up because we're already like happy Halloween. It is fall weather here in Canada. But anyhow, I can talk about that forever. Like always, I'm jumping on here to talk about a topic that's really near and dear to my heart, which is about perspectives on spiritual attacks, evil eyes, protection, that whole genre. So recently, a friend of mine, she sent me a reel on Instagram, and it was basically talking about the individual in the reel was talking about their beliefs on the evil eye and how they don't believe that any other human can have power over them and give them the evil eye or take anything away from them. Like they're not God, only God can, change your destiny or take or give you things. No human has that power. I wholeheartedly agree. Okay. I wholeheartedly agree that problems come from the source, from God, and they come with their own solutions. And we are the extension of the source, and we have the power within us to overcome any obstacle and to stand in our power with full discernment. But here is the spiritual perspective of this, because that is a very religious perspective. I'm going to say, even though I agree with it, it is very correct. Nothing or nobody should ever have power over you. But sometimes we're not always dealing with humans. And I made notes on my phone because I don't want to lose track like I always do. So, yes, we are always protected. We have our own fine tuned frequency. We have a heart, which is our inner compass, and we're always protected by our guides, right? Our ancestors and angels and gods. But however, sometimes God will show you demons and evil in the world so you can be alert, you can be informed, you can learn the gift of discernment and prepare yourself accordingly. And I was also relieved when I saw this reel because how nice would it be to have been raised with that perspective that nothing can ever attack you or hijack you, because that's giving your child so much strength and power back. But however, I've always had spiritual attacks or spiritual weirdness going on ever since I was a child in the dream space, in my physical reality as well. And I've always used prayers. I've used my tools to visualize and protect myself. I've always gone back home into my heart. But we are not always dealing with humans. That's the thing. Because if you look at it, if we backtrack, humans don't mistreat humans. People that are mistreating you is because most likely they have a very low vibrational energy. They've just had a very miserable life. They're really negative. They are most likely a host to an entity or a demon that they are entertaining. So they are diminishing their inner light and projecting onto you. Okay. So it's not to say this individual's not human, but they are not fully consciously aware of what they are doing. So sometimes it is subconscious, right? So when you're dealing with that energy, not that person, put the person aside. I'm talking about the energy that individual is projecting onto you that sometimes translates as so-called the evil eye, right? This is also a way of God showing you and redirecting you of how you should be and how your discernment should be very strong again and again. And it's basically you not agreeing to be around these energies is the biggest and divinest protection ever. And also, like I said, prayer goes a long way. We are protected all the time, but when we get vulnerable and sometimes we reach in to help people or we'll listen to a friend vent a lot and it's just never ending, it's always going, we are consenting to those frequencies. We're consenting to the negativity. We're allowing it in our lives, right? So it's so important to have non-negotiable boundaries. And also, your evil eye can just be your own shadows. That is the other perspective here, too. It can be your own shadows and self-sabotage as well. And it's as simple. I think I want to keep the example very simple, honestly. Like, let's just say everything's going great in your life. You're working your career, you got your beautiful home, you got your like family life in order, everything's working really well. But you hold the fear within deep that either you don't deserve it or something bad is going to happen or someone is going to evil eye you and take all this away. You're just basically waiting for the chaos. You're inviting the chaos because you attract what you are. So if you're holding fear, and again, that's really subconscious as well. If you're holding fear that something bad will happen, well, then it will because that's your expectation. So sometimes we self-sabotage ourselves and invite entities in, again, that are not human. These are energetic things in the spiritual realm. Nothing is linear. Everything is really, really multidimensional. So talking from a non-linear space, prayer is very important. Understanding discernment, holding your power, and shielding yourself constantly, very important. And boundaries are non-negotiable in this. Non-negotiable. And boundaries with yourself too. If you see yourself going too deep in holding fear or just gripping something really tightly and trying to control it and manipulate it, you're very likely to experience that because that is exactly what you are attracting in. So it's not that if evil eye is real or not. It really depends what frequency you are at and what you believe. And again, what is your environment looking like? Are you inviting the chaos? Are you allowing people to come project on you all the time? Are you staying in spaces that you have outgrown? Are you just simply going along to be pleasant and you're not enjoying the ride? Get off the damn ride. If that's the case, get off the damn ride. But I just want to talk about these two different perspectives because, again, I feel like nothing is as linear as it looks. There are multi dimensions to everything, there are multiple perspectives, beliefs. We have ancient knowledge, we have new spirituality knowledge. Like, there's so much information out there that this gets really confusing to navigate. So if you are an individual that believes in evil eye and you're constantly protecting yourself, take a step back and really look at the individuals around you. Why would someone be jealous of you and why are you then keeping them around? And also, why are you holding so much fear that you're better, or sorry, holding the ego so high that you're above and better than everyone else and people may not like it in your surrounding? That's your ego. Nobody is above anybody. You may have a better car, sure, you have a bigger house, you have a better career, but it's all just time. It's all just time. Someone may just not be there right now. It doesn't mean they're beneath you. And it doesn't mean you're above them because you got it sooner or you found a loophole, you were more proactive. It doesn't make you better in any way. Everyone's on their own separate journey. So ego check yourself as well on this way. And like I said, yes, we all definitely do need protection because there are negative energies everywhere looking for a host in light. So please do energetically protect yourself. If that's prayer for you, beautiful. I love a good prayer. If that's saging, smudging yourself, absolutely carrying the crystal for sure. Whatever works for you is open. But I want to give my 2 cents on this perspective because I always see that battle like, oh, we don't need to do so much. We're constantly protected and constantly this. Well, that is true. But sometimes we do get spiritual attacks by entities that are not even human and we're not aware of how we've allowed them in. And usually the doors are where boundaries are leaky with people, places, and things, and our own negative self talk. That just keeps the anchor going and the loop going. So those are things to be very aware of and check yourself. Just do an inventory on life. Is it coming from the inside? Is it coming from external? Where are these feelings bubbling from? What's brewing all of this inside me? What's happening from the inside? That's now being projected on the outside. And that is all, my friends, for today's podcast. Like I said, super simple, sweet, and short. I'm going to go turn on my heating system because I am so, so cold. I hope you're all staying safe, warm, and lovely. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and let me know how you enjoyed this episode. And if you like more things around myth busting or more in-depth conversation about anything, I'm more than willing to pick it up. All right, well, have a blessed week.